Bhurta banana. I suppose it's the equivalent of saying I'm going to make mincemeat out of you. You know that old English saying? Hey, I'm in my parents' kitchen today and I'm going to be making Baingan ka Bhurta. That literally translates as pulverised aubergine. It is my all-time favourite dish. It's really simple in terms of the ingredients that you're using. It's so delicious, it carries so much flavour, and I'm going to show you a technique that makes it a bit extra special. Baba ganoush, which is a Middle Eastern meze dish as a dip, I feel is a close cousin to Baingan ka Bhurta, and I'm sure this dish has travelled through the region and kind of evolved in that way. People have different versions, but I feel this is my way of making it really. I like to keep it simple and I like to showcase the vegetables without crowding too many of the flavours. So I'm going to talk you through the ingredients. We've got 2 aubergines. My sort of proportions are half an aubergine per person. So there's 4 of us today, so I've got 2 of them. It's an onion heavy dish, so 2 onions and about 3 tomatoes. I'm going to use this large chilli as a bit of a garnish at the end. Keep the spices simple. Some salt, a bit of chilli, and a bit of turmeric, a bit of haldi. I'm going to char my aubergines. Now basically I'm going to burn the skin off, and this is what's going to give that lovely smoky flavour to the flesh of the aubergine. Let me warn you, when you're charring your aubergines, it has a very distinct strong smell, so I just want to ventilate the area, so I'm going to turn the extraction on right now. I'm going to turn on the biggest burner. I'm just going to pierce the skin so you get some of the flavour in. Some people stick cloves of garlic in it. Personally, I don't think that makes any difference. A sort of shortcut and easy way to do this is cutting the aubergine lengthways and putting them in the oven, about 150, 180, I don't know, and kind of letting it cook like that. And then it's easier to do because then you can basically just scoop the flesh out of the skin, but you don't get this sort of smell. I mean, I love this smell. Some people I think they're ready. You don't want to burn them to smithereens, but okay. Be careful. I mean, I'll come away quite gently. All the skin has been taken off. Be careful to remove all of it. You don't want any of those charred bits in your final dish. But yeah, that's what they look like. I also dice the onions and the tomatoes. I've used red onions. I like the flavour. You can use white onions. You don't want any skin because just want to break it down so it'll be easier to pulverise when we're cooking later. They're not browning, they're nice and soft. So bringing out the sugar of the onion without caramelization. So I'm going to cook this through until the water evaporates from the tomatoes and it forms a nice mixture. I think this is a good time to talk you through a very important South Asian technique, which is bhunna. It's the word my mum uses the most in the kitchen. Isko bahut zyada bhuna, isko bahut zyada bhuna, aur bhuna, tumne bhuna nahi karna. It's a technique where you are continuously stirring your ingredients over a medium flame on a heavy based pan. And the idea is to evaporate the water from your ingredients and enhance the flavour and bring out the natural flavours and the oils. And this is at different stages of cooking. It will be, developing your base masala and then adding your sort of bulk vegetables or meat. And you do it from the onions, to the tomatoes, through the spices, through the end stages, and even when you're finishing a dish off. It changes colour, it changes the texture of the food. It's a technique that you kind of like finesse and hone the more you cook and understand what the food should look like, according to your heart ka maza, so according to how you like it as well. Gonna put in the spices now, and the seasoning. About a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna put half a teaspoon of chili powder. My mum at the moment, these days, I don't know why, but she's not really a fan of too much chili, so that is a natural taste. And a really small amount of haldi. So you want to cook up the spices, you'll be able to smell it. And you're going to release the natural oils. Again, you'll be able to see it in the pan.
फिर आप इसके अंदर अपने बैंगन डालें।
Pulverizing it. भुनोएंगे। हो गया?
नहीं अभी वो भूनो, तेल छोड़ देगा तब छोड़ देगा।
When the oil begins to separate, it becomes so dry. So if you keep on, like, can you see how everything's completely pulverized? I'm going to keep on doing this.
Can you see it? Can you see the oil starting to separate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're not there yet, no?
You're nearly there. Then you should garnish it with green chilies and green coriander.
I did some red for a bit of contrast.
But we normally use green chilies and
They do green
coriander.
one.
Yeah.
So that'll be a green one.
But that's what they use, and you don't chop it like that. You chop it just in round slices.
You can never do anything right. Here.
You just slice it like this.
Can you see the bunai is complete? The oil is starting to separate, and the mix just started. It was so much paler. Now it's gotten so much darker. There's that change of color as well, and it completely comes away from the pan. And you have to keep on doing this, otherwise it'll catch. But we're done. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to put it in a nice plate. Which one? This one.